Hello, welcome everybody to another Wrestling Therapy. I am Suji. I am here with the newly fan of El Grande Americano, my friend.
Absolutely not.
I consider us to be friends. Are we not friends? I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but one thing that I will never be is a fan of El Grande Americano. I don't care how many there is.
Oh, that's a lot of hate, sir. First of all, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm here. Um, off the heels of SmackDown. First, let me ask you this question: what did you think of SmackDown overall?
I I felt like this SmackDown more than any was missing key factors in things that I enjoyed watching SmackDown. People such as, Solo Sikoa. He was MIA this week. Jacob Fatu, MFT. The tag team division, let's see. Motor City Machine Guns, Phoenix and Andrade, people like that. But then again, it's only 2 hour show, so there's only so much you could do in 2 hours.
You know, there was only three matches.
That is insane. Think
And
about.
I think that's one of the biggest problems with WWE is consistency. You have a 2 hour show,
Yep.
okay? You only put on three matches in 2 hours. Understand the Cena Sammy match was long, but it was like long promo. Okay, fine. Cena's last SmackDown. Okay, that fine, sure. Long match, beat down. Then you get another match. Well, you get a backstage segment, then a short match, then another backstage segment. What did you think of Sammy getting booed? Do you think that was more of him interrupting Cena or a pulse of how people are feeling about Sammy?
I think it's a mixture of both. I know a lot of people are kind of upset with the direction of Sami Zayn right now, where 1 minute he's going after the world heavyweight title, next minute he's back to chasing a title he's already won against people that he didn't really necessarily need to feud with, and Solo Sikoa. And him going up against John Cena, who's like literally finishing off his retirement tour. People don't want to boo John Cena. They don't. They wanna they wanna cheer him. They wanna see Cena in matches and win these matches.
Sammy's never won the U.S. title. This is his first run with it, but it feels like Sammy winning the title almost basically killed the bloodline. Like as you
Yeah,
mentioned earlier, we had no Fatu. Jimmy is on Raw apparently. Um, no MOT. I feel like they did Solo dirty,
yep. He did absolutely nothing with that title run.
and that's sad because I was really on board with Solo as a character. I thought he was funny,
Oh
but
yeah, 100%.
he lost that random match to Sammy. He got pinned in the tag match against Sammy, and then he just lost the belt to Sammy. It's like, damn, like who'd you piss off?
Question is, where does that leave Jacob Fatu now? Because Jacob Fatu was the one feuding with Solo for that title. Now that they've taken the title off of Solo, what reason does Jacob Fatu have to go after Solo now?
I could see them doing Sammy and Jacob Fatu, and then MFT comes out and fucks the match up, set up a tag match. Sammy and Fatu versus the Tongans maybe or something like that.
I can see
Um,
that.
we got a Julia versus Michin match, which I would be 100% honest. I did not put a lot of attention on this match. What did you think of this match?
I mean, it was poorly advertised. Like they, you'd think they would advertise beforehand, hey, we're doing this big title match on this random episode of SmackDown. You're gonna wanna tune in to watch this. They didn't do that. You usually have Nick Aldis come out on Twitter or X and come out and announce, hey, watch SmackDown. We're gonna have, the United States title match defended tonight. They didn't do that. It's like no wonder people didn't care about this match because it was clear that WWE didn't care about this match.
I think WWE has a big problem when it comes to the women's division for the U.S. title. Because
100%.
okay, she's beaten Zelina, she's beaten Michin,
Who's next?
B-Fab,
No
okay.
one wants to see beef happen against Julia.
Who else is there? I mean, I guess you could do Chelsea again if you wanted to, but I mean, Chelsea's kind of a heel. I mean, you could get the titles off of Alexa and Charlotte, and maybe one of them or both of them could maybe potentially challenge Julia, but I don't even see anybody beating her.
It's a shame considering how well they're booking the Intercontinental Champion right now, Becky Lynch. Like they're doing everything right with Becky Lynch. Why can't we see the same thing with Julia, who, barely gets any TV time, barely gets any, any matches or time to cut a promo? Like, I don't see what the difference between the two are.
The difference is Becky's married to Seth Rollins, the top guy in the company, so they're going to keep him happy. So in order to keep him
Yep,
happy, I keep her happy. Not saying she
exactly.
doesn't deserve it, but facts are facts. Um, we also saw that next week we're gonna get Jade versus Tiffany for the title. Um, not at WrestlePalooza. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm I'm trying to find a rhyme or reason why Jade should be given another tournament. I'm all for having Jade as champion, but did she really do anything to deserve this match? Absolutely not.
I agree.
Like they're
I didn't.
coming up with this excuse that what Tiffany had her what foot under the rope. I mean, did anyone really see or care about that? No. She still beat her 1, 2, 3.
Did you enjoy their first match? Were you entertained by it?
I enjoyed the build. I just felt like the wrong person won. I thought Jade should have won. That was, in my opinion.
I agree because Tiffany Tiffany has the same problem as Julia has, but different. The Tiffany has people she can face, but she's beating everybody.
Exactly.
She's beating Trish. She's beating Charlotte. She's beaten Jade. She's beaten Naya numerous times. She's beaten Naya.
Yep.
Who else? Who else has she beaten? Um, she's pretty much beaten all the except Alexa, but they're busy with the Secret Herberts. What did you think of? What did you speaking of Secret Herberts? What did you think of that backstage segment with Charlotte and Alexa with Doll? Do you think that's building to something different for Charlotte, or there was nothing behind
I feel like it's it's building the story. Like it, if like last week we saw Charlotte get injured and whatnot, and this week we saw that she was totally fine, it would question the fans' intelligence. Like, how are you going to tell me one week she's hurt, she can't wrestle in a match, next week you're going to tell me she's perfectly fine? Absolutely not. It's building up to, the eventual match that they're going to have against the Secret Service.
it? Do you think I was seeing theories point about that Alexa left the Lily Doll as to maybe I don't want to use the word control, but influence Charlotte to be maybe more darker because I've noticed when with Charlotte and Alexa together, Charlotte seems a lot more. I said this before, a human,
Yeah, 100%.
and I feel like when the turn happens, it's going to be Alexa. What
Yep.
about you?
I feel like you can go either way because you could have Alexa turning on Charlotte, or you could have what everyone thinks is going to happen: Charlotte getting tired of Alexa and turning on Alexa. Either way, you're going to get a good uh, couple matches from Alexa and Charlotte out of it.
Yeah, yeah. I think they should keep them together for a little while longer though, and start that up maybe around the Rumble or something like that. I do like them as a tag. Do you?
I 100% do think it's a fresh, something new and something fresh for the tag division that's been desperately needed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It looks like they're trying a little bit now. I do. Don't they got a triple threat elimination match coming up on NXT?
Yeah, they have
So,
Fatal Influence,
yep. Zarya.
Soruka, and Zarya, yep, and the Calling
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Who do you
to
think?
determine number one contenders. I have my money on Soruka and Zarya. They seem pretty high on Soruka right now.
Well, I mean, also, I mean, the Kabuki Warriors are kind of hanging around there too.
Yeah, but
And
before the Kabuki Warriors could go after uh, Charlotte and Alexa, they need to finish with what they have with Rhea and Io.
I also think the Steve Herberts need their shot too. But I think Piper's injured, I believe. Which I mean, they could
I
just
mean,
to Charlie. Wow, Chelsea and Alba.
I was gonna say there's more than two people in the Secret Service.
We also got Aleister Black and Damian Priest. What do you think of this match?
I thought it was a nice filler, something to keep the match, the fans like kind of giving them a break from the bigger storylines that were happening last night. John Cena, Sami Zayn. CM Punk, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins, and it was nice mid card match.
I thought the right person won. Uh, I thought Allison was the right guy to win. Um, and then we had another return outside of Brock. We had the return after 10 years, AJ Lee attacking and stealing the Men's Intercontinental Championship. What are your memories of AJ, if any, and how do you feel about her returning?
Oh, I have a lot of memories from AJ from that historic run of Divas champion for I don't know how many years, but with what was her name? Tamina as her bodyguard. That that she just brought something different that the other divas, other women in WWE weren't doing. Like there was something unique about her, and it's great to see that he's back. And not much has changed about her. She looks the same. She's coming off as the same, and that she still has that it factor.
Are you excited to see her back?
100%.
Do you think she'll be around short term or long term?
I'm going to assume as long as CM Punk is still relatively in WWE, she will be as well. I kind of view them as like a package deal.
That's a good point. I don't think she's gonna wrestle like every week or every pay per view, but I can see her kind of having the almost the Roman Reigns treatment, big matches. I'll be surprised if she has matches on Raw. Personally, I would love it, but I just don't see it. Um, so we got a confirmed match for WrestlePalooza. So far, the card is Io and Stephanie Vaquera for the vacated championship. Brock versus Cena. I feel like there's another confirmed match I'm forgetting. Um, Next week we also have Randy versus Drew as well. That should be pretty interesting. We had some interactions with Melo and Miz. Apparently the Miz wants a tag title shot. Are you excited about Sammy's open challenge?
I am excited. It's been a while since we've had the United States champ come out and do what Sammy's doing, which is the open challenge. We haven't seen that since, I want to say, what, Cena did it in
Yeah.
2015, 2016. It, I've always liked it when John Cena did that, gave opportunities to up and comers or people who we didn't expect. And it's nice to see that Sami Zayn's bringing that back.
Yeah. Next Friday, also we got triple mania right after SmackDown. We get to see the greatest Intercontinental Champion ever become AAA World Champion. I can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're not a Dom fan anymore. That's just me. It's
Okay,
okay.
I'm going to correct you there, sir. He's not only the greatest intercontinental, but he's the greatest Mysterio of all time.
This is facts. This is facts.
Facts.
Facts. See, we can agree on something, not everything. So with the current landscape of WrestlePalooza, assumingly we're getting Seth and Punk or Seth and Becky versus Punk and AJ, I think that match should be winner takes all. What do you think?
No, Now, if you do that, that changes the dynamics of the match. Because if you do that, then if it's a normal mixed tag team match, you have CM Punk and AJ Lee winning hands down without a question. But if you add the stipulation where the World Heavyweight and Intercontinental title were on the line, I don't see the WWE willing to give Punk a a World Heavyweight title match, World Heavyweight title, just like that. AJ maybe, but Punk,
Okay. Okay, counter that. What if you did this? What if at WrestlePalooza you had Punk and Seth for the title with with their wives in each other's corners, and Becky tries to interfere, AJ stops it, the match gets blown up, and then they can build to maybe what's the next event? Crown Jewel in Australia. You could build a Crown Jewel
or
where you have, yeah, Perth, where you could have that mixed tag winner takes all. That kind of gives AJ a little bit more time back, and I gives Seth a little bit longer of a reign. And I think it'd be kind of cool to see AJ with the IC title.
it would be very cool. I think she will be the one to dethrone Becky Lynch eventually. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but I betting odds are that she will be the one taking that from Becky.
Well, speaking of the throning, as we segue into the next thing, since you brought it up, so you are going with AJ dethroning Becky Lynch.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Okay. All right. What about the Raw Tag Team Championships held by Finn Balor and JD McDonough?
Praying and hoping that it is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, an actual tag team that shows up every single week.
Are you trying to throw shots at Finn Balor?
No, no, I would never. No,
Have you seen the New Day funeral?
I have. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at every time they come out with those big hats dressed all in black.
Xavier's funny. Xavier's very entertaining.
He is
All right.
extremely funny.
Let's go with the Intercontinental Championship for the men, held by the greatest Mysterio and Intercontinental Champion of all the times, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
You know, that one is difficult because I thought for a while it might have been AJ with Dominic getting this match against El Hijo del Fingo,
Hmm.
but now that AJ's had two opportunities and failed twice at them, I don't see them giving it to AJ. I feel like they give it to maybe Penta.
Penta would be an interesting choice. I feel like he was so removed from the IC title though. You know who I think would be kind of cool if they
Who?
was to put it Dragon off.
Ah, yeah, that
Hey, how
was
are you?
that was another one.
I'm right. How are you? Well, brother, I catch you. I think Dragunov should be back pretty soon.
I mean, he's been out for quite a while, so
I heard September. I mean, it's September. Let's see what we got here. We got the Women's Tag Team Championship held by the Queen Charlotte Flair, woo, and Alexa Bliss.
For the tag team titles, I'm gonna go with a heel, Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought up the Kabuki Wars. Let's take a quick detour for a second. So it looks like the Kabuki, I guess, Damage Control is going to be splitting up from each other soon. Do you see Io and Kyrie teaming more? Because it feels like Kyrie's just kind of like in the middle of the both of them. Do you see Kyrie just saying screw both of these guys and go on her own, or do you think she picks the side?
I think she picks a side, and it's the side that she's always been on. It's always been Kyrie and Asuka, with Io kind of always had being a bit more like more of the single star than them two. So it would only make sense that they, turn heel, turn on Io, and have Asuka and Kyrie as the heels.
Okay. Um, it looks like we're getting Rhea and Asuka at some point, which is a refreshment because that keeps Rhea away from the world title for a little bit.
Yep.
Speaking of the world title, we have the world title currently held by vacant. Who do you think is going to be the next women's world champion?
It has to be Stephanie Valkyrie. Like Stephanie Valkyrie came in with all this momentum. Well, I want to say June, July, and ever since then, it's dropped
That
immensely.
was Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and that was what 2, 3 months ago. What has she done since then? Aside
Shit.
from winning, exactly from winning the Battle Royal, she went from competing what 3 times in one day to barely getting any TV time.
See, that's why I'm a little hesitant thinking she's going to win because you're not doing anything with her now.
Yeah,
Like you just said, all her momentum is shot. She has no momentum. At least Io's been on TV every week. She's had matches most of the time here recently, which is weird because when she was world champion, you couldn't find Io. Now she's not champion. She's on TV every week, which is great. Um, I feel like the Kabuki Warriors will help Io win the title without Io directly knowing that they helped her. You know what I mean? Like maybe Kyrie comes down there and Io's like trying to tell her to get back. Maybe Asuka like hits Stephanie and Io takes advantage.
I mean, I could see that happening, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who needs it more. And I feel like Stephanie needs it just a little bit more than EO, considering that EO, she literally just had that belt, what, 2, 3 months ago? She had a good title run with it, defended it a couple times, but Stephanie is still looking for that moment to make her a star, to make her like a main event superstar. This could be it.
See, my only pushback with that is Io had I thought Io was run with subpar because she was never really on TV as champion. But I also feel like with Stephanie, she was originally supposed to face Naomi. Like we know that.
Yep.
But I don't think she was going to beat Naomi for that title anyway. So to me, in my mind, WWE was like, well, we're not going to put her in the title pick. We're not going to give her the title right now anyway. So I don't feel like they actually have any plans for it. Because if they wanted to push her like somebody that's going to win this, that could be a world champion after this whole pregnancy thing, they should have been putting her on TV.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Shame because
okay,
she's quite an athlete.
that's what I'm saying. Speaking of Stephanie back here, we'll move on to the Women's United States Championship held by Julia.
Now this one's tricky because there's not that many people that are currently on SmackDown that can do it. But I can see it right now. During the draft, maybe a Raw superstar getting drafted to SmackDown and being the one to dethrone Julia. Maybe it being Bailey or Lyra Valkyria, or maybe, Stephanie doesn't win the world heavyweight, the world title, but she wins the United States. Any of those three candidates would be, you know, significant.
Okay. The SmackDown tag titles held by the Wyatts
That has to go to Action Fraction. Nathan Frazier.
and Axiom. Okay, yeah. Um, the United States Championship held by your boy Sami Zayn.
Trying to think of who's currently on the mid card.
Hell of a
Oh,
lot more options than the women's.
yeah, yep. I'm a I'm gonna go with a dark horse and say Camelo Hayes.
Him, I like that.
He certainly
Okay,
deserves it.
okay. Next, we got the WWE World Heavyweight Championship held by the Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth Rollins.
It's got to be CM Punk. It has to be. He needs at least one good run with that belt before he finally eventually does hang up his boots and calls it done for real
He
this
did have a
time.
run.
No, I'm talking about current run, not a run from 10 years ago.
He just had the title at SummerSlam. What are you talking about?
That lasted 5 minutes? I do not consider that a legit run with the belt,
It's a
sir. It
it's
was
5 minutes
not
long.
a it was not a good enough reign for me. I want to see a CM Punk reign that I want to see a Punk reign not as long as he held that WWE title 434 days, but
Oh boy.
a a good amount of a lengthy reign. He deserves it.
I mean, I thought the last one we had was pretty lengthy. I mean, it was 5 minutes longer than most, but
Fire me.
that's fine. Whatever. We're going to ignore the fact that he screwed Drew McIntyre out of his title. We're just ignore that. That's fine. That's fine. No
Hey,
problem.
Drew McIntyre screwed him first.
Okay, well, see, what we're not going to do is start lying on Drew McIntyre. That's not. We're not going to do that. Next we have the undisputed WWE Championship held by Guile, aka Cody Rhodes.
I would love this. I know this is a long shot, but I would love for the person to be the one to dethrone Cody Rhodes, for it to be Kevin Owens. I would love for him to return. Maybe Royal Rumble season. He wins the Royal Rumble. main events WrestleMania, KO Mania, and beats Cody Rhodes and rubs it in everyone's face. I would love to see that.
I'll be okay with that. It's an interesting long shot. Okay. We'll go ahead and hit the NXT, and then we're going to do a fantasy trade. The NXT North American Championship held by All Ego Ethan Page.
Now this one's tricky because I'm loving the work that Ethan is doing with that North American belt right now. But if I had to choose just one person, oof, Javon Evans,
Bouncy. Oh, okay. The Women's North American Championship held by Sol Ruka.
Zarya. It's gonna be Zarya. Eventually, when Zarya gets tired of carrying Soruka, gonna turn on her, bam, just like that.
Yeah, I agree with that one. The NXT Women's Championship held by JC Jane.
Oh, Jada Parker, maybe. Fingers crossed.
That'd be interesting. The NXT Heavyweight Champion, the Ruler, Oba Themi.
It's gonna be Rick Starks. It's gonna be Ricky.
Really?
Yep, it's gonna be Ricky
Okay.
Starks.
Okay. Interesting. And I think that's all the major titles that's on the Raw and NXT brand. Okay.
You
As
missed
we wrap,
one.
who would I miss?
You missed the tag team title.
Oh, that's how irrelevant those things are to me. The
Hey,
NXT.
hey,
I'm listening.
Dark State
I'm,
is gonna hold on to those titles for as long as they want to. But right
oh,
now,
you're being.
I don't see any tag team that's strong enough to beat Dark State. I mean, you got Chase U, they're not gonna win it. You got Hank and Tank, who are basically heavy machinery 2.0. They're not gonna win it. Like, who else is there?
The culling?
I can see the
Um,
calling possibly doing it.
maybe maybe you bring up somebody from like Evolve. Maybe I don't know. Ever since Frazier and Axiom left, it's been dormant.
Yeah,
Okay. As we wrap up here, um, give me five people to switch from SmackDown to Raw, and vice versa, and I'll give you mine.
5 people to switch from. All right, to Raw, I'm gonna send, let's see, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley,
Okay, I'll count them as one.
Phoenix, let's see, Aleister Black, Jacob Fatu, and let's see, my last one, I'm gonna have to say, oof, I'm trying to think of women that could go over there. Candice LeRae.
Who?
Candice LeRae,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm gonna do the opposite one. I'm gonna do go into SmackDown. Rhea Ripley should definitely go to SmackDown because they use a little bit of the boost. Let's see. The New Day,
Been a while since they've been on SmackDown.
Alpha Academy, all of Alpha Academy, I've been not included. That's three. Let's send over. Hmm. What else we got here? AJ Styles and Gunther. That'll be my Raw to SmackDown. What's yours?
Let's see. Dominic Mysterio. Let's see. Who
First of
else?
all, the greatest Mysterio and Intercontinental champion ever, Dominic Mysterio, sir.
Yep,
Get his title correctly.
greatest. Let's see. Trying to think of who's on Raw. That needs to change right now. Rusev.
He just got there.
Eh. Let's see. Dominic, Rusev, New Day. Let's see. Who else could use a change?
Got two more.
I'm gonna send over Stephanie Barkier. And let's see. Lyra.
Ah, damn, Lyra, that's a good one too. That's a good one. Okay. For me, I would send to Raw, Carmelo Hayes. Don't think he's doing anything on SmackDown that's helping him
He's
out
not.
any at all. Carmelo Hayes. That set down a bunch of tag teams. Let's bring up Phoenix and Andrade to Raw. Let's also bring up MFT, all of MFT, kind of get them away from the SmackDown vortex. Let's see, give me Nia Jax. She needs new people to feud with over. We got new people to feud with on Raw. And the last one, Randy Orton. Get Randy Orton something
Interesting.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our edition of Wrestling Therapy. Victor, thank you for joining. Is there anything else
of course.
you would like to say, promote, talk about, give props to, whatever?
Can we give props to the greatest
Mm.
Intercontinental Champion of all time, Dominic
Of course we
Mysterio,
can.
the forever Intercontinental Champion?
Soon to be two belt Dom.
Two ball Dom, let's go.
If he loses, I wouldn't be pissed. It's
There's
time.
going to be a riot if he loses. One on one.
I think they actually might move that Kingo over to the main roster.
They should.
Maybe SmackDown.
It'd be interesting to see how he adjusts to being on SmackDown or Raw.
Keep him away from that deadbeat Rey Mysterio though.
I mean, he's injured, so Right now, he's away from everyone.
Well, he's been showing up on AAA and not helping out his son, like the great
I
dad he
mean,
is.
he never helped out his son.
Facts. Anyway, thank you, Victor. Hopefully, we can have you on in a week or so. We could do a WrestlePalooza prediction once we have more of a card. But thank you, sir, and everybody stay safe, stay blessed, and as fans of El Grande Americano, me and Victor, we
Boo.